Hey, what is up, you guys? What's going on? Another day, another model. Welcome to the CAD Model of the Day show. I am so glad to see you here. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better since last stream. Ever since I got my shot, it was very lethargic, but, now I feel like $1,000,000. Let's put it that way. And Yaya's right here, ready for the races, and in more ways than one. We'll see what he sharing some stuff on the Discord, and we'll take a look at that now. But yeah, if you're just tuning in, I'm so glad to see you here. If you think you'll like this modeling stream and you want to see more like it, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and be sure to join us at our Discord. Yeah, if you look at this thing over here, this is our Discord. And if you want a link to our Discord, I am personally inviting you to join my Discord. So that's what that is right there. Additionally, if you want to see my Instagram, Twitter, etc., see my stuff on LinkedIn, sure, why not? There's that link there. It brings you to this list, and there you go. Belasin saying, "Hi, I've got the Wellman's exam." Oh, you took it and you got it? That's great. That's fantastic news. That one's a bit tricky. Yeah, let's put it that way. It can be tricky if you're not paying attention. It can be easy to fail that exam. So, the fact that you got it, it's good stuff, dude. Really glad to hear it. So let's see here. Yeah, not a lot of things happened since last time, but that's okay. Sometimes there's a slow day or slow weekend. Sometimes there's finals going on. I know there's a lot of graduations going on. Pretty good, but main thing I wanted to point out here is what Yaya was saying here. He said, "Went on another certification spree. Now my SOLIDWORKS certifications are officially a 2-digit number." That is incredible. Having the certified SOLIDWORKS expert, one thing. Having double-digit certifications is very rare. I don't know that any specific numbers, but it's probably only like a couple hundred, in the customer space at the very least. Definitely when you're a reseller, it's easier to have a 2-digit number. For example, when I got my Elite AE, I had 26 such certifications. But looks like he picked up sustainable design, electrical design, and additive manufacturing. Very, very good. Risky saying if he's looked at the collaborator certs, you might take them, but not a top priority, says Yaya. Fair enough. Says his top priority is mold making, MBD, and CAM, computer aided manufacturing. All of which are crucial for my career, especially these are the most famous fields of using SOLIDWORKS here in Egypt. Very good to be in tune with what that space looks like, so that's very insightful there. Awesome work, man. The infamous mold making. Best of luck. Yeah, I guess I'll need a lot of that. But honestly, I feel very confident in behalf of Yaya. And the reason I am very confident in him right now is that not only is Yaya very talented at with all the ideas he comes up with CAD and executing it, but he always has an idea of when something doesn't really go his way. He's always got an idea of how to proceed. Kind of like when you see me on stream and I run into an issue and I start coming up with ideas. That's really the kind of skill you need to be a very proficient CAD modeler. And Yaya's got that in spades, so everyone wish him the best of luck there. But I think he's got this. I've got to call the bookie, but I bet he's got this. Electrica just showed up. Always good to see her over here. What's going on? Make yourself at home. We're gonna be starting with the SOLIDWORKS pretty soon. But yeah, good stuff. And let me just check really quick. Yeah, this all seems to be the same as I left it. CAD tutorials, nothing in there yet. It's okay. The thing is, there could always be something in there next time. So as for the model of the day, I was just taking a look at my little patent book, this thing. This book that I showed earlier that just has a collection of patents, and this flashlight lantern design really caught my eye. So I think that's what we're I think is what we're doing today. It's not particularly difficult, I don't think, but you know, not every model has to be. You know, I like having a variety of models, and yeah, it's all about having fun. So yeah, Sebastian saying, "Hey, hello. Good to see you, Sebastian. I'm glad you're here." Sebastian's always been here since like day one, since I've started doing the frequent streams. You know, wow, was that really? That was really 2 months ago, huh? I started at the beginning of March for the March Madness, and I'm still going. So check that out. I'm just a streaming demon over here. It's pretty good. Yeah, but so let's take a look at this. Can I download? Okay, I downloaded it, so I'll check that in a second. So here's the view as seen from the side. I think that's going to be most helpful to us. As seen from the top, I think this one can be helpful too. As seen from the bottom, alright. And as seen from the front, as seen from the back. They actually gave us almost every view, which is kind of funny. We have, yeah, the only one there's missing is just the left side, but I assume it's identical to the right. But we have the right, the top, the bottom, the front, and the back. It's kind of rare that something will be so as defined as this, especially in engineering drawings. You know, a lot of these views would be redundant, but I guess in this, you know, it's helpful to show some of the features of this light that's been around for a while. According to this design was patented in 1986. But yeah, they're saying patent versus patent. Yeah, am I getting paid for this? Just like data. As in pronunciation, patent. I say patent. And then data versus data. I say data. So I guess the second one, the first one for the patent one, second one for the data, like data mining. Yeah, in the United States, the data one is like data one. Now you got me thinking about it. So you know that pronunciation is just, I'd say, pretty even across the board. I think in the United States, most people say patent. At least every engineer I've worked with has called it a patent with a hard A. Well, yeah, funny those things. You know, tomato. Honestly, I think the only drawing I will need is just the side, as seen from the side, and I should be able to get most of these features. You know, so yeah, this time I need snipping tool, though I was using the that screenshot shortcut you've been showing me for other stuff, but for this, like, I can get snipping tool and just hit Control S to actually save it into a file. Alright. So how big is this thing, do we think? Maybe 6 inches? I imagine this being a kind of a large lantern. 6 inches would be like 150 millimeters, give or take. Hey, the famous garlic trader is here too. Welcome to the stream, man. Make yourself at home. We are just getting started with the model. Just hopping right in there, you know. And definitely for the people who have just gone in here, you know, if you're watching but not subscribed yet, I would suggest you subscribe. And YouTube really likes likes on videos. So if you feel like helping me out, a like on this video would help me immensely. You know, YouTube takes a look at that and says, hey, I think we should, you know, spread this kid's content around. So, you know, I think it'd be pretty good. Grow our sphere of influence. Take over the world domination. Wait, what? That's not part of the plan? Okay. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to start with a sketch here. Win print screen. Let me see. Let me see. I think that's fine, but it doesn't let you pick a region, so it probably picked a picture of my entire screen. Here, let me check pictures. But other than that, it did not know that. Did it? No. I am looking. Sir. Is there a screenshots folder? Oh, there is a screenshot. Oh, that totally works, Yaya. That's awesome. It's too overkill though. So if you want to know what my quad screen looks like, there it is in all its glory. Pretty slick. Yep. So this region here is where the stage is. So that's where SolidWorks is. This is OBS where I can take I can just see what the preview looks like to see if I need to switch scenes. I can monitor how the stream looks here. I can also pull up a different chart there. This is just for like a free space. Here I can control the music easily, so if I need to turn down the volume just a hair, I can do that pretty easily. And then here's what I was talking about. So Virus was saying like how easy it is for me to read the chat and stream at the same time. Well, that's how I do it. It's just literally right next to the design tree, so my focus is there. It's a cool trick, but you know, most of the time I do need just a region of my screen. But I'll keep that in my back pocket. Yeah, I really like that snipping tool though. But I have been using Shift Control S for when I compose the pictures together that I end up posting to Instagram, because I only need those in my clipboard. But yeah, no, this multi-screen approach is has been very, very helpful for it's been very helpful for just organizing my space. Bam saying, sorry, joined a bit late. Oh, no worries, dude. You know, it's not a class or anything. We're just here to hang out. Does anyone have any guidance on the 3D Experience collaboration certs? The new SolidWorks training seems to skip over them entirely. That's interesting. So I don't personally. I'm going to see if I can take a look at that. Maybe it can come up with something to talk about there, but I have no direct experience with it. But I think that'd be pretty interesting to see. So I'm just gonna put that there and call that 6. Yaya saying the training's on the 3DX platform. That would sound about right, I guess. Alright, so I'm actually going to try something here. I'm going to roll back up. Maybe what would be better? So let me just get a circle of like an arbitrary size. Or even better than circle, Sama. I like circle, but I think line will be better. Just to help me line up that picture a little bit better. Select midpoint with the origin coincident. Here, say 6. You know, that same thing that I measured. Now we can get out. And then now getting into this sketch. And similarly into the sketch picture. Should be able to adjust this. I'm just going to put it this way. Can adjust this just like that. And yet another sketch on the front plane I think will do for us. And I'm saying awesome, we'll take a look. I think that's the right move. Yeah, Yaya seems to be very in tune with this stuff. This is interesting because Oops, I goofed up. Hey. Because I'd like to sketch it to that line, but then I don't have the benefit of the silhouette edge there. I'm just gonna draw this here for right now. There seems to be just a little bit of stepping. Maybe short conical surface. And I'll take care of these features with like a separate cut. Maybe a wrap or something like that. So that's vertical, horizontal. Okay. So this needs to line up with this silhouette edge here. 3.1 it might be designed in tenths of an inch. That's very plausible. The length of this segment, 3.65. Okay. And let me get a center line. Let me draw it extra long. Get the midpoint. Grab that right there. So we see that this lines up here, which goes all the way to up there, which is what we can't see since it's being blocked by the presence of the handle being there. And how tall should this be? I'll say 5.9. Just tend towards the shorter side. Why not? What about this? That looks like 2.1. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I suppose I could, this one's obvious. This one's 3 because I defined it that way when I set the sketch picture. 1.25, like that. This can be 0.15 as an overall length. That seems to line up pretty nicely there. And if I do that, that is 50 thousandths. Let's see. I guess CAD toots need to be called plain tuts. Okay, I'll just call them tutorials. Here, I'll fix that right now. 1 second. Wow, very, very nice. Yeah, everyone, yeah, I'll give that a heart eyes there. Shoutouts to Yaya for helping with the instructions with that. I know it can be kind of confusing. I'm just gonna call them tutorials. Just put whatever you want in there. Just yeah. All right, that's good enough for me. And then it appears that we have a small misalignment. Oh, item is unsolvable. Oh yeah, that tends to a 0 length line, doesn't it? Well, shoot. All right. Well, I'll delete 0 length line. Delete that as well. That can go. Snap that in there. And we'll just leave that as is. I don't see shading, which is a little sus. So I'll repair sketch. No problem found, it said. Alright, well, I'll just try and launch a revolve and see what happens. Looks pretty good. Just like that. Now I can share my certification journey there too. Awesome, dude. If we can, it's like I said, your content is really next level when it comes to, guiding people with certifications. So I think, any way I can help, boost your signal, let's just put it that way, be happy to oblige. Flashlight, all caps. This is looking pretty good, I would say. Not too bad. A little bit of weirdness going on there, but not so bad. What I might try and do, and bring out the extended pane. And let's go to solids and just turn this transparent for the time being. So let me think here. Can definitely work on this part next. There's definitely a bit of draft, but I'm thinking of saving that to the end until I might use like a draft feature to actually put the draft instead of trying to use it in the boss extrude or sketching it out manually. You know what I mean? So let's do this. Corner rectangle. We'll start here. So at the virtual sharp, I might actually have to go a bit above, since remember this is drafted. You know, start here and then there's the draft angle there. Right? And is there anything we can snap this to? Nothing in particular, it would seem. What if I say 2? No, that looks like almost 2.1. And now that lines up with that. And the picture is, of course, a guide. You know, I might just make it 1 just to be a nice, happy number. 5.5. 4.1. Yeah, because I guarantee, you know, part of my issue here is that I do not have don't have the sketch picture lined up perfectly, and that's okay, you know, because we're doing CAD to have fun. If you were doing this in a real environment, you know, you wouldn't copy a napkin sketch so exactly. You'd be, you know, looking at, you know, what are the spaces that you need to fit certain components in and stuff like that. But, you know, besides the point. What I'll do now, let's go back to this one. Go back to this. I can get the top. Yeah, that'll get me the overall thickness of what this needs to be. And the nice thing is I have that common edge here that I can mark as 6 inches, which means this should be fairly consistent. So let's go for my snipping tool again. Trusty snip. And save. Let's capture to. Not the best naming scheme, but I'm here for it. Have I worked with CATIA? No, I have not. I've heard it's very similar to SolidWorks, but it's, you know, more. I've heard like it's optimized for like automobile body design and stuff like that, but yeah, I haven't had a chance. Just one of those things, just like and that's something I'd like to, you know, stress is, like, you know, of course I use SolidWorks and I love SolidWorks a lot, which I think is great, but you don't have to use SolidWorks to, you know, be successful and stuff like this. There's a lot of people that I know from different engineering schools that, you know, instead of having SolidWorks as their primary package, they had CATIA. You know, which is what made me think of it. And yeah, no matter what CAD package your school has, I know you can be successful with whatever you want to accomplish. Oop, I'm at 0.75. There we go. That's pretty close. Yeah, but definitely SolidWorks is optimized for different things too. And yeah, you don't see that stopping me or Yaya, for example. You know, we like breaking SolidWorks. Fun to do. Probably shouldn't tell the SolidWorks guys that, though, but whatever. say 3.4. And I could merge this together. I'll try merging this. You know, and that gets us our edge. You see? Oh man, that lines up real nice. So yeah, that's like a tough thing about starting with CAD a lot of the time. So let me turn this back. So it's just part of being a successful CAD engineer is working up your perception, or the ability to look at shapes and just kind of see the relationships and connections and stuff like that. So, for example, what someone might have asked is, well, why didn't I sketch this line here? Why did I sketch the entire rectangle? It's like, well, that makes it a lot more complicated, but, I also in my mind recognize that this line, this curve here, is a result of the combination between the rectangular prism body and this spherical surface here is what creates that intersection line. So you see, if I play my cards right and really pay attention to how my overall bodies are shaped, you can see that ends up being really close. Not perfect, but it's definitely there. I might actually unmerge it just so I can. Do I? Yeah, let's unmerge it, I would say, because I do want to get the smaller fillets around it, and it's going to interact with this body in weird ways. But there is no doubt that SOLIDWORKS is a very powerful software too. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of specializations, So I think this is created by a fillet between the handle when it merges into the revolved body here. Let me hide this for a second, which goes to all the way up here, by the way. Part of me, they actually never show this in isometric view, do they? They never show it in perspective view. So I don't know if this edge is just a cylindrical surface or a toroidal surface of a fillet, wrapping around this edge. Let me check the pattern one more time, but I don't think they actually show that. Yeah, I think it's just a cylindrical edge, so I might be able to sketch that. Because if it was a toroidal wrap, I would expect to see some evidence of that fillet in this view. But I don't. So that doesn't help us, and that doesn't help us either. So yeah, at no point do they show this in perspective, but that's okay. So what I could do is a lovely indent coming to the party. It always does. Not yet, but I think it will very soon. Alright, let's not overthink this. Yeah, let me sketch from the top here. So it needs to kind of cleanly merge with the top, so I'll let that drive my top height there. Yeah, this needs to merge with this down here, so I might go all the way down here. So all this region in the bottom eventually won't matter. It will merge with the rest of the bodies, but I do need to extend it just so you get this little face cleanly. So that face is important. That needs to be tangent, sir. And now it's a matter of defining this radius. Oh, I renamed the sketch. Can I bring this body back? This needs to snap right there. And that's fully defined. Yeah, and the question is, this edge right here, the one that's an orange, does that stay as a cylindrical surface, or does it turn into a conical? I don't think so. With the way it's drawn, yeah, that spherical surface seems to dominate this area here. So what I'll do is draw a rectangle. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. It's a little tough since I'm not accounting for draft, so it's not lining up perfectly for that reason. Again, I think I already mentioned that. Let's try 4.3, 1.5. Excellent. Oh, that looks like that really wants to be one. This 0.35. Looks like a little too big. 4.25. There you go. Bring that back. That's pretty good. Except we need a couple of fillets. So I know this fillet is of a certain size. Looks pretty close. I think that fillet is smaller, so let me accept this and then run the command again. And then make that just a bit smaller. And I don't have to worry about that one. When was your last SOLIDWORKS cert? Good question. I think I did take one in 2020, and I think that was a simulation cert. So yeah, last year, which is kind of sad to think about. Man, I really let myself go, guys. Yeah, I need to work my way through the simulation track, I would say. Let's mid-plane this boy, and then bring this down. Like so. One. Let's uncheck merge result for right now. Toggle this so I can just kind of take a look at the shape overall. Not bad, not bad. Oh. There we go. You know what, guys? I think I goofed up by putting the fillets in there. Yeah, but never listen to my own motto. Yeah, I typically like to I like to leave the fillets to the fillet feature rather than sketch fillets. And the reason I'm taking them out is like now my job is to draft the faces, and the presence of these fillets here just made it a lot more complicated. It's hard to put an angle on the faces without, screwing up this radius. So I'm just gonna adjust these to not have radii anymore. I'll add them with fillet features once I'm satisfied with the drafting. Okay, so I think that's done. Hopefully that still goes. Alright, so I think what I'd like to do is combine this with just the bottom here, like this. So what that allows me to do, combine this into one large face. So now what I should be able to do, let me hide that. Ah, yes. Let's get our draft tool. Draft this face, and let's just put a very large draft just to get the sense of direction. I do want it from left to right. I do want it to taper down more narrow-like. So let me just pick, like, you know, these two faces and then hit this eyeball. A lot of people don't notice this eyeball here, but this is a preview. So that is wrong. So flip. Yeah, so that is correct, but, you know, way too much, and it's like, you know, being goofy. So let's try 3 degrees. Okay, how does this look? Oh, that might be too extreme still. Let's try 1. Yeah, usually, it, you know, draft is like very subtle. Let's leave it like that. Yeah, it looks really bad because the fillets are gone, but we'll add them in right now. I think these were 375. I can say multi-radius fillet. And 0.25, so make that one smaller. I wonder if I can get this one over here while I'm at it. I think it's just 0.875. Seems to be getting it. Not bad. The interface of the handle get drafted in an opposite direction. It did, but it's supposed to do that. Here, let me compare it with the original though. No, that actually stays mostly parallel. I might have to do that with a different draft feature then. So the draft feature is okay. It's my application of it that's not correct. And again, that just depends on the mold tooling and how that kind of works. But yeah, you see like this one has like that upwards draft. This one needs to be opposite because you need to pull it out of a mold. So it needs to be like tapered. But if I go the other way, you know, another thing I could do to make it a little less extreme, now that I think of it, is start the angle measurement instead of that face, do it from this face. And that should make it a little bit more subtle. But yeah, this and this look parallel, so I think I just need to draft it from the other side is all. Or I could pick that face and, you know, just to be consistent. Come on, dude. Pick the same face and just flip the direction on the draft. Okay, so that is correct direction. 1 degree. You have something like that. Ah, that looks very good. I like that. Alright, so how does this look? So there's just a fillet here. There's a sharp. Let's start filleting this. This is going to be a small fillet. Even smaller than that, I think. This is something I want, though. Oops. Get the face. Yeah, so remember that small triangle face? That can be made right here. Other than that, yeah, these edges don't matter as much. I might have to, yeah, let me see. I might put like a very small like micro fillet, but as far as like the overall character of the fillets, you have this. It looks like a high heel, like a stiletto. Like there's the foot, there's the high heel. Like actually probably doesn't. I've never seen a high heel in my life. But yeah, that face does have the same overall shape. It's a little stretched because of course, you know, I'm tracing or whatnot, but that's kind of the character. Oh yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it can be very annoying sometimes. And I actually will mention for my other friends watching, that can actually be turned off. So what Yaya is referring to is like how I was trying to, for example, select a face, but you see I can actually select an edge through a face. Sometimes it's nice because that means if you want to select 4 corners of a square, you can do 1, 2, 3, and then 4. You don't even have to rotate it around. But it's annoying sometimes. So if you go down here to fillet options, you just turn off select through faces, and then it won't let you pick it. You know, that might come in handy for someone. But overall, this is looking pretty good, I think. Yeah, this is where the light switch goes, so that stays. I might put some micro fillets here just to break the edges a little bit, like 30 thousandths. There we go. Like that. I might select this whole face actually. Yeah. Then this whole face. And what the heck, I'll select that face too. I think that'll be all consumed though, so I don't think it matters entirely. Do I want to do that? Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? Let me just actually add this sharp edge into here. Make it look like something. Okay. Very boxy. Combine this with this. So what are the details I can do right now? I don't think I'll do any of the internals. I'll probably will make like a reflective like cone and maybe try and do like a fun little render. I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think I'll even stress about it too much. How do I want to do this? I mean, I could steal the. Oh, I mean, I could also work on the these grippy features. This model's appearance is so flashy, pun intended. Very nice, my friend. I always appreciate a good pun. I think a lot of people on the channel do, to be honest with you. Actually, let me, I'm going to get rid of that fillet. And get the cuts in here. So, in order to do that, let's not overthink this. Let's get sketch on the top plane. I don't think I'll even measure it, to be honest with you. I mean, I will fully define it, but I won't, like, trace it. That's what I meant. Kind of do that. 2.5. A length of not that long. There you go, something like that. And I could say extrude cut. So for this, there is no offset from surface, but what I can say is offset. You know, offset from all the way up there, and then I can say offset from surface 0.2. Oh, that's going to be like very small. So let's try 50 thousandths. And it's not quite touching, so we'll reverse. And translate surface off. We'll leave it like that. Yeah, there we go. Can circular pattern that bad boy around this. Grab that. And more than 6. 30. That looks pretty good. Okay. Let's do this, and then say, let's do it with a seed instance, co-radial, because I want to cut a little bit into it. But I'll extrude, flip side to cut, maybe, oh, 1/4 of an inch. Don't know why I said that like I was from Boston all of a sudden. Quarter. I think it was I think this is Yaya's fault. He got me thinking about pronunciations and stuff. Now we'll apply a fillet. You know, the switch is up here, and there's like more fancy designs here. I'll probably save that for the very end. But in terms of getting the actual light bit done, you know, arguably the most important part. Let's get another snipping tool. Let's grab that, save. Since you said it, pronunciation versus pronunciation. For me, it's definitely the second. Pronunciation. Yeah, it's weird. Because you don't say pronounce, you say pronounce. But when you talk about the verb, the noun form of that, it's pronunciation. I mean, what do I know? My American accent is very strange, I would say. Because I lived in so many places throughout the United States, like I was actually born in the Midwest part of the United States, you know, where it's all like, you know, just farms and, you know, that kind of rural area and stuff like that. I was born in that area, lived there for 10 years, then moved to South Florida where, you know, there's a large Hispanic, you know, Cuban population down here. So that influenced me a little bit. And actually, before I moved to Florida, I think I stood in Oklahoma for like a year while my dad was like finishing up his residency or something like that. But then I moved to Cleveland where I, you know, spent 4 years, you know, not an insignificant time. And within that time, got a job in Indiana, so it was more rural talk. And then I moved, you know, to New Jersey, and that was a thing. And then I finally, you know, moved back down to Florida. I've been all over the place. You know, it's always kind of amusing. You know, asking people what they call a carbonated beverage. Is it soda or is it pop? Or is it soda pop? Or do you call it cola? Or do you call it Coca-Cola? No matter what it is. I think that's always interesting. So just a full image transparency on this. That's pretty helpful. Dope. So you can see here, I'm not even using the scale tool. I'm just going to turn that off. Fizzy drink. Very nice. You're just sidestepping it. Matthew saying, so is there more than corn in Indiana? Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you'll find potatoes. But in all fairness, there is South Bend. There is stuff to do there. I think. I'm not a real like city dweller. I would say where I have to go out. I'm very much I'll stay at home, but I'll work on my own skills. So I guess with my free time, you'll find me at home doing something with my hands, building, woodworking, assembling, of course, modeling has been a huge part of my life for the past 5 to 6 years. 3D printing, stuff like that. So that's where all my time goes to. And more recently, I've been getting back into music again, which has been very nice. I've been playing my guitar a little bit more often. Oh, darn you. Things in my way. I need another sketch here. Bring this back. There we go. But there is a lot of corn in Indiana. I will say that. Undeniably. Yeah, around the USA in 26 years. I really do like traveling though. I can't wait till, the world starts calming down again and yeah. Born and raised in Indiana. Oh, yeah, so Previously the Northwest and now the Northeast. I really do like the Midwest. Like, people give the Midwest like a hard time for no reason. It's just like, I think there's like a lot to do there, but just different kinds of things. Like, people will meme on, the Midwest and say like, oh, there's nothing to do there. It's like, I mean, yeah, there is. It's just different things. And yeah, you could say you're not interested in those things. Off-roading, welding, just stuff that requires a lot of space, going out to the gun range or something like that. It's like, if you come into the city with those interests, like, there's nowhere to go off-roading, right? The most thing you'll find is like the gravel at the Walmart parking lot that's like under construction. I can imagine someone from the Midwest saying like, there's nothing to do here except spend $300 at a bar, buying martinis that for some reason cost $35 each? Question mark. And I wish I was memeing with it when I say that, but I did go into New York City, with a friend that thankfully, he decided to treat me because like, he took me to a bar where like the cheapest drink there was literally $40 US. Crazy. What do you think I can do? I'm glad my show's turned into rant time with Rob. God, this thing's being very annoying. I do want to offset just a bit like that. $300 is our alcohol budget for the rest of the year. Yeah, I feel you, buddy. Yeah, it's very funny because I have a lot of friends in Pennsylvania, and they have like weird laws regarding alcohol distribution. But I remember my friends once took me to like a warehouse where you could just buy like a case, like not just like a 12-pack, but you could buy like a big case or a keg of beer if you wanted to. Of course, I didn't. But they had very specialty beers that we tried. A lot of funny ones. A lot of strange ones. A lot of bad tasting ones. We bought a couple because they had funny names, but regrettable. A lot of them tasted bad, but you know they had a lot of Belgian beer too. At one point, you know, my one friend's a real Belgian beer fan, and you know he likes to stock up there. Yeah, he was saying he was born in Newcastle, England, and now lives in Egypt, and then asking me, have I ever left the States? I have. I've been to Mexico a couple times. Additionally, you know, my family's from Puerto Rico, so I've been there. Although that technically is in the States. Like, Puerto Rico's not a United States state, but it is a U.S. territory. So I guess it doesn't count, but I've been there, of course. When I was in college, I actually did go to Amsterdam. I did go to the Netherlands for 3 weeks, and that was for a class from some social studies class. But I was figures like, you know, if they're gonna force me to take a non-engineering class, you know, I might as well have fun with it, right? You know, so I signed up for an overseas abroad program. Yeah, overseas abroad program where you stood there for 3 weeks. You had class from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then after that you just get to roam the city. It was very nice. Matthew saying, any favorite place? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. No, you don't understand. Across from where I used to work, there was this barbecue place, but the name is escaping me right now. I have to take a rain check on that question, because yes, the answer to this is yes. It's a barbecue place. I just cannot remember the name right now. It's in South Bend. This is bugging me. I might have to look it up here in a second. Sebastian says he's been to Mexico. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been to Mexico. I was like a younger tot. That doesn't look deep enough. Let me back off the angle a little bit and just... Yeah, again, you know, my approach here is not very scientific. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make it like a lot deeper. So let me bring this down to 45. Younger, you're not that old. Sometimes I feel very old. I don't know, like on Tuesday, like when I was so sleepy, I felt like an old man, dude. Like I went to sleep like at 8:30, like literally after the stream ended, I made my post and just passed out and did not wake up until, you know, 8 a.m. the next day. I slept for like 12 straight hours. I was so tired. Okay, that looks better, sort of. What I might do, sketch on that, convert, bring that out, maybe not so much, uncheck merge, fillet this, and that's going to be our bulb. You know, it's not the precise shape of a bulb, but it'll do. Alright, hang on. I'm going to take a detour here, but I'm going to put this on my other screen. Let me look up my old place of work, because I could actually it was Frankie's, I'm pretty sure. I am like 95% sure. Here, let me Frankie's. That sounds super familiar. I'm gonna look it up on Google Maps and I will see if I can see my old workplace down the road. Okay. Nearby. Yep, it was Frankie's. Wow, that is amazing. How did you know? That's, I mean, it's good stuff. Can't remember many places. Usually went to Mishawaka to do things. Actually, Mishawaka is actually where when I went to Indiana to co-op, they put me in an apartment in Mishawaka, so I commute from Mishawaka all the way to South Bend, which was like not bad. It's like 15 minutes, you know. Mishawaka, Mishawaka, Mishawaka. Very fun to say. Oh man, that is so funny. I am actually astonished that you got that, Matthew. That's awesome. Not that I doubted you or anything, but it's like if someone says something like so like generic that it's just like it's like you could mean anywhere. It's like, oh, I know a good like Cuban American place in South Florida. I'm like, great. That only narrows it down to like 400 restaurants in one street. Like fish, Mishawaka. I guess I said it wrong the entire time then. Oh man, that's embarrassing, dude. See that I'll take that I'm wrong. You know, I mean, from a guy who was born there, I'm definitely the one that's not saying that correctly. Uh, glass. Mish. It really does take me back though. This is looking pretty good so far. What is left? I like how there's just like a bulb floating. It's really just this pattern here. And I know there's a pattern on the bottom, but I might skip that because I'm lazy. And then it's just a switch on the top, and then we can start putting some appearances on. And render it, maybe call it a day. Let's see. But as far as this goes, so let's grab a sketch right here. Oh shoot, let me make that transparent. Transparency really does help. Let's offset. Offsetting off a fillet edge is kind of gross. You really shouldn't do that. Ugh. Well, oh, actually. How about an on and off rendering? Yep, that I could do that. I'm sure you don't miss the chance of experiencing 3 seasons in a single day. Or that lake effect snow. My good friend lived in Erie, Pennsylvania, which I think is the snowiest city in America. You know, people usually think of Buffalo, New York, because of that freak incident where they got 8 feet of snow in one night. But you know, overall, Erie just gets throttled, as my friend would say, by lake effect snow. It's pretty insane. So let's grab this sketch again. Let's convert and just like bring that down. There you go. On and off animation. Switch the button and toggle the light. That could be doable, I think. Yeah. I think I have to test how long the renders could be, because I've done I've only done one PhotoView 360 rendered animation in the entire CAD Model Today project, if you can believe that. Out of more than 550 entries, there's only one. And I probably would just have to download it because it would just take forever. It was number 8, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. You know, yeah, let's take a detour. Why not? Oops. Let's go here. Let's go to my, what would be the easiest way to see it? I guess Instagram would. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab this thing and just hold it down. I think we're getting somewhere. See, there's the ice cream. There's the magnet. Okay, we're getting there. There's a bulb. I didn't do a very good job in it, in my opinion. There's a fried egg for a second. There's ditto, that's 132. So we're getting there. Alright, that's teacup is like 93. Acorn is 69. Teapot's 26. Oh, we passed it. Yeah, for being photo view 360 render, it doesn't even look that good, to be honest with you. And this thing's going ham, by the way. I miscalculated the BPM. So instead of doing 120 beats per minute, this is going about 240. That is blistering fast. Oh, actually, I guess this one was another one. So I lied. Turns out I'm a liar. I like how there's no bulb in there. Just a point light. But still, it's a funny little, fun little project. There's Stella. Oh, look at Stella. Oh, I liked my own post. That's gross. Good old Stella. I also like how there's a like half a treat on the on the laptop too. So by the way, that was a laptop that I did 120 entries, and it doesn't even have a dedicated graphics card. And in this one, day 10, I'm putting my dog on it. Yeah, man, these really were very fun to do. The skew dice, you know, very cool. There's Perry. I really like how this one came out too. It's a tool that I used to train my grip as a guitarist. This one just came out bad. I tried to use meshing tools in simulation to do the New Year's Eve ball. I don't like how that one came out, but that's okay. You know, that's with Bloom, I think. Or Fog, I should say. It's doing that kind of effect. The Kettencrat, I really love that. Didn't I animate this? This is... oh my gosh. Veggie Tales. Man, by the time I got here, I felt like I've been doing the project for so long, but now that I look at this, it's like, wow, this was such a long time ago. Yeah, it was more than a year ago. I did this February 15th, 2020. Matthew's saying, that rotary light looks awesome. Yeah, thanks, dude. I really like how that came out. That was CAD model to day 5. Yeah, and then actually, you know, good old Sean. You know, he was actually one of the guys that I worked with when I had my old job. He actually worked with like emergency vehicles. So he built he built ambulances and fire trucks for the city that I lived in New Jersey. But you know, he let me know. I was like, that's actually called a rotating beacon, not a siren. The siren is the thing that goes whoop whoop. And day 1 was a balloon. Chuck Mangy feels so good. I've got good taste. You don't I know it, brother? Yeah, the running gag is I own this album not only in cassette, but I also own it on vinyl record. And I think I own it on CD too. So I'm trying to own this record or own this album on just as many formats as physically possible. Yeah, I did a cassette. Yeah, an entire frame of barn that's on our property. There's me working on it. This wasn't even a cam all the day. This was just a render. Sorry, I kind of got lost looking at my old stuff. Anyway. Fine, I'll take it back. You are old. God dang it. Do you guys like this? This is when the pandemic was starting to pick up steam, so I made these social distance peeps. I mean, look how lonely they are. So lonely. Oh yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's see. Well, actually, I guess that is the edge, right? Or actually, I'm probably better off. Just being really indecisive here. Yeah, let me say that this is parallel. Yeah, I think I'm going to model something to represent these ribs and then use this sketch that I'm working on right now as a cookie cutter, basically. But let me get that parallel in there. Then this goes straight down. Almost straight across. Let's say parallel to this. Oof. Yeah, maybe it is just going to be better with horizontal. Yeah, take it back. Sometimes you just got to try some stuff out, you know. 375. Oh yeah, and this is going to be tough since... Yeah, this is going pretty poorly. So what kind of parent-child relationships have I created? Okay. I'm going to see if I can't reorder this sketch to before I drafted, frankly. No, I created a couple of relationships. So let's take a look here. On edge, I want to keep that one. Distance, that needs to die. And external. So it should just be on edge, which is fine. So now that should have gotten rid of the parent. Yes, so now Fillet 2 is no longer a parent. Now I should be able to just do that. Okay. For some reason it is over-defined. It's okay. Let me just re-add that as a... Bruh. Sir. Why is there no co-radial? Let's come... Fine. Convert. Come down. Yeah, because this will be a lot easier to define if it's just not drafted and filleted. So I should have done this back here, but that's okay. Oops. Do I want to define it out? I'll just leave that one there. I don't know if how I'm gonna change that. 375. That can go there. Yeah, this becomes a lot easier. Definitely. Oh yeah, because I have that. So get rid of that. Get rid of this. Put this back on. Oops, that's not what I want. That's a weird snap. There's a way to turn that off, but I'm just gonna go from the other side. Yeah, I don't think I wanted that snap. Okay. That, and I can have... And let's trim and keep this as construction so we don't lose any of our dimensions. Alright, that looks pretty good. We got our cookie cutter finally. So now I can exit. And now with hopefully not disturbing any other features, I can just, yeah, roll all the way down. So I have this lone sketch up here, but I'm not going to use it until all these features happen. Alright. Let me set something back up here. There we go. Just wanted to see my stream's connection. It's doing pretty good. Now that comes the question of how should I make that... How should I make this ribbed appearance? I could apply it as a texture, but I feel as though can get it. I feel as though I can probably model it without too much effort. You know, famous last words. Spence find the reason he has an error. Yeah, I mean, I'd say I'm pretty good with hunting those guys down. Yeah, that's the thing. I think if you could learn to pay attention to when those things get added, you just have a lot better. You know, I'm not saying that I or you do that, but it's just like, yeah, that is the short sad story of you know, many people when they first pick up SolidWorks. It's like, why is this red and green and blue and all the colors in between? And all the relationships are fighting you. Definitely, like, the things I like looking at, I mean, you saw them there earlier. You know, for example, I had a problem where I started a sketch down here and then accidentally made fillet too apparent, which means that I, like, put a dimension there somewhere. And it's hard to tell, you know, where that is sometimes. So the easy way to, or the easier way, you know, it's not guaranteed that this works, or this will be easy, is that you go to display delete relations, and every relationship that creates like a parent-child relationship in your tree will be under external. So then you just go through here and you just say, okay, which one of these is, hanging on to an edge that belongs to another feature. In that case, you know, you can rewind the VOD, but I believe it was that distance relationship that was to this right edge, because that edge belonged to a fillet. You know, so that does help. Additionally, I really do love the if I force this to turn into driving, you get it to something like that. If you go to over defined, sketch expert, not well, I guess a lot of people do know about this, but if you don't know about it, it's very helpful. Diagnose, it figures out what combinations of things you can get rid of in your sketch to make it work. So it says if you get rid of this, your sketch will be properly defined. So yeah, getting rid of any of these dimensions, that's the one I added. It's like, oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Accept, okay. Sketch is happy again. Yeah, but it's good stuff. So what I think I'll do here, yeah, we're gonna use surfaces. We're gonna offset this surface to 0, which copies it in its place like that. So there it is, all beautiful. And the nice thing about that surface, it takes into account the draft that I already have there. So from here I can thicken. Which way? this way. That's good. Uncheck merge, like that. And then, what I think I can do, do I want it deeper? No, I think that's fine. Don't take that out of context. I mean, it makes it deeper anyway. Nah, I think it was better before. So that's how deep that recess is gonna be. And actually, I don't know why I'm overthinking this. I think all I have to do is get the right plane, which should have me looking down. Oh, that's mad stinky. What if I grab this thickness face and sketch on that? And then look down it. Okay, that has me looking down the thickness, which is good. So to make that pattern, let's make that smaller. Go like, oh, give me the define. There we go. 0.1. Oops, I goofed that. 0.1. And from here to the top of an edge, 0.05. That's fine. Hopefully that doesn't, throw any errors. I need a vector. That points in the same direction of this draft face. So it can't be that, because it points inwards, but it also points down because of this, by merit of this face being drafted. I might have to create a new vector, because I want to make an extrude cut to cut a channel, but it needs to be along that thickness, so it needs to follow the draft. So that's what can be challenging about working on these kinds of parts. But the way I'm going to get around it, there's the top plane, there's this, I'm going to say intersection curve, and that should get me a straight line that follows the draft. Okay, let me get rid of, not that sketch, but a sketch picture. There we go. Now I should be able to say extrude cut this up to this face, and then you say, well, why do we need the draft face? Well, actually no, it's taking care of itself, because it, womp womp. I didn't even need that one little line sketch anyway. I forgot the thickness face is 90 degrees to that face, so it takes care of itself. Oh man, silly me. I did that. Okay, that's fine. And that's this one, so I'll suppress it because we don't need it. And then we'll linear pattern, perhaps along this. Features and faces. That up to reference. This. Oh, I goofed up. Yeah, I might have to do a blind or even a through all and then just specify the body. We're working on it. That's so strange. Yeah, I have to fix the end condition of this. So I have to say through all, but make sure I only apply to this body. for the reference, can I put that? Oh, no, you did it. I diddly done did it now. I just need to say instances. No. This one. So this one needs to go away. And ideally, I would like an extra instance. Can I say selected reference and maybe pick... Oh my gosh, this point. That point, will that put an extra instance in there? Not really. Well, actually, I could just pick the dot on the other side. I think that would probably help. Instead of this vertex, pick this one. Have I given 2048 another shot? No, but I can. And now that I'm actually feeling like good. Oh, there we are. Good. You know, I'll probably be able to do something. So we have that. So now I should be able to take this sketch that I made way up in the tree and say extrude cut only on this, through all both, flip side, and I want both of the bodies. There we go. Now we have bodies that look like this. And let's mirror those about the front plane. You haven't streamed any games for a while. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I guess it's just been, you know, extra busy, but that's no excuse, right? That's kind of lame, right? I should change that. Starting with 2048. You'll get to see how much I'll fail at that game. What now? Combine. And I want subtract because it... Okay, so that's good. Like that. Oh, that's that good stuff. Hide. We're getting somewhere. I think all we need is a light switch, and then I'll start applying some. Yeah, we'll start applying some appearances, and we'll render. I'm just gonna make this a simple switch, though. I always say I make it simple, and then it's not for some reason. Oh man. Button. Yep. Oh, gross. Get rid of those. Yeah, imagine it as like a soft rubber button. That's the kind of the problem with the patents. It's all black and white, so you know I never know how exactly they're supposed to be. Oh, I left a freaking line there. Come on, man, you gotta get out of here. Man, Frankie's barbecue though. It really does make me want to go back to South Bend. Okay. Let's take that. Oh god, that's way too big. Let's try 30 thousandths with that. And I think the patent had a cute little graphic on it. Let's see. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Did any of you listen to Too Tall Toby's song? Are you talking about the Fully Define Every Time, or did he make a new one? No. Did I observe? Oh, it's sketch 6. There it is. So if I move this bulb, yeah, look at that. Look at that cute little graphic. Little sun, or a little bulb versus a bulb not doing anything. I can vibe with that. Make it easier on myself. The Fully Define Every Time. What makes you bring that up? Did I not define a sketch in here? You know, an easy way to check is Control T for flat tree view. Look for any minus signs. So this one, but this one's a sketch picture. YouTube can't handle another song from him. Oh man, but you know, Toby's so talented. You know, now that I'm starting to play guitar again, maybe I should make a competing song. You don't have to fully define every time. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Screw fully defining every time. The OG gangsters just fix everything in place and hit fully defined sketch and let the SolidWorks do it for me. Talk about being a bad influence. Okay, I think I want it a little bigger than that. Shun the non-definer. I want this a little bit longer. Longer still. Shorter. Okay. Indecisive. And then the only way we could sell it is like a freestyle rap battle of why you should fully define versus versus why you should just be lazy. Fully defined sketch makes me want to go berserk. It has a purpose, you know. That's the thing not to forget about. It's there for a reason. It's just very easily misused, is what I would call it. Yeah, the reason why fully defined sketch, this thing here, is so dangerous, is that it's not able to take context of what your sketch is or what the proper what the driving dimension should be. It just says, okay, everything, we'll define everything with an XY coordinates. And most of the time that's not what you want. But there are some instances where it's helpful. What I was about to do, I want to circular sketch pattern. Yes. God dang it. Here. And let's get 8. Nice. Select all fix. Yeah, that's how my homies do it. This and that. Coincident? There we go. There you go. That's kind of cute. Extrude. That needs to be pretty thin, like 30 thousandths. No. Now you see, we got it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I might have to make the slots a little bit wider. They look a little anemic anyway. Alright. Okay. And then finally Indent coming to the party. We'll, you know, say cut with this and just give that 30 thousandths of space. And the ambient occlusion will make it look like it's an inset button. Not bad though. Hishan, what's going on, Hishan? He says, hi, I'm from India. Recently joined you. Love your presentations. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Glad you can actually catch it live. It's awesome, dude. Glad you're enjoying it. I hope everything's going well for you. Yeah, y'all are my big old family. We gotta look out for each other, you know? Whenever we can. Alright, so how do I want to do this? So I can actually apply an emissive texture to this bulb. I think that would be an interesting... You know what? Let's do an experiment. I'm in the mood for it. Save. You know, I'm going to do two styles of lighting where I apply an emissive texture that is this light texture. You know, I can pick one of these LEDs and put that there and render it, see how it looks, versus just actually putting a SolidWorks light. I don't think I've done like a comparison of that. I've seen a mentee of mine delete all dimensions and relations after he fully defined it the right way. He said they come in the way. LOL. Yeah, that's a little that's a little nuclear. I like to have the dimensions there. I mean, you see me using them. Like, it's like, oh, that looks thin. I can click it once, change the one dimension, and then it just all changes. You know, makes my work super fast. The last insane looks freaking awesome as is. Well, I'm glad you think that, man. It's good. But what shall I do? Let's do EDM. I can start with this blue. I really like this blue texture, but I don't like the color that much. But, you know, maybe I'll just start by making everything blue. Do I have real view? Yeah, I do. So yeah, you can actually see a little bit of the texture there. And I'll work little by little to go down here. Oh, let's go advanced illumination. Yeah, let me check. I might actually not need any of these. Except the color. I want to see if there's like a radius amount. No, that's fine. Yeah, so let's adjust this blue color. I might make it like, I mean, yellow is just kind of, I mean, I think every one of these I've seen is like yellow. How much years of experience do you have? I guess 6 technically, since 2015. You know, but I'm a big proponent of seeing what people can do and work. So I really don't like it when employers say, oh, you must have 5 years of SolidWorks experience to do a job. It's like, I'd rather, if you're gonna count numbers, I'd rather say hours. How many hours of experience do you have? But yeah, if you're counting years for me, it's 5. Alright, this is annoying. Let me see if I can't get a fillet. Grab. Okay, so I have a micro fillet, which is good. This. Ah, yes, 119 additional edges. Boy, look at that. And then I can just say right click, select tangency, apply the appearance. Ah, yeah. That's that good stuff. I'm probably going to turn this black. India's a different scene with experience. Yeah, sometimes you gotta... Yeah, you gotta work with... you have to be very cognizant of the... of what employers are asking for. I would say like most people in the United States ask for years of experience too. But some of them are smarter and would say like, oh, how many hours have you used SolidWorks? And you say, well, I've been using, full time for this many years plus the training, because that's the important thing. When you say hours, you can actually count hours of training you've done, which is part of what helps you learn use the software. And I can say it's this many thousand hours or whatever. And actually, I don't know how many thousands of hours I've put into SolidWorks, I'd have to really think about it. I mean, it's probably quite a few, considering like, if I spend like, 2 hours per CAD model a day times 1,000 times 500, documented. I mean, I have 1,000 hours of my SolidWorks out on the internet alone. How do you count? Oh, it's just like an estimation. It's just like saying like, I studied, a couple weeks for mold making. I might have spent 3 hours per day, for 5 days, and then for there, like, you don't have to like actually like have a timesheet or anything. It's just kind of an estimation. And I think the important thing is like and saying and counting hours is not perfect either. Like the most important thing, like the best thing, like if you are an employer and you want the best employee for your business, look at the person's portfolio. Because, Yaya, for example, I'm sorry, Yaya, I'm using you as my my example here. Yaya is very young, right? He's the youngest CSW in Egypt, if I'm not mistaken. And if I'm not mistaken, are you 19? Please correct me. But he's not even 20 yet, I'm pretty sure. So if you consider Yaya versus a guy who's been doing CAD and designing for, let's say, yeah, he's 19, for 20 years. So maybe it's a 50-year-old guy, he's been doing engineer for 20 years. It's like, wow, he has Yaya beat. He's been using CAD and doing engineering for, 1 more year than he's even alive. It should be no contest, right? Well, not exactly. It's like, what if I told you the 50-year-old guy just made cubes all the time? He works for Cubes R Us Incorporated. He makes all kinds of cubes, but he doesn't go out of his comfort zone. So I think, between those two people, you look at what Yaya has accomplished in his portfolio versus Cube Guy, who's just made a bunch of cubes. I think I would rather have Yaya on my team, honestly. So, and obviously that's it's a very extreme example, but it's just kind of that idea. It's like if I was a business owner and I wanted, a SolidWorks superstar, it's like, I might say, oh, couple years experience or 1 year experience or something like that, just to get anyone. Well, maybe not even that. I would just say apply with a portfolio, and then depending on what the work is, that's like, wow, like how did you do that animation, or this is something we can use, or how did you do this simulation study? That's something we could use. That's how, if I was a hiring manager, that's how I would do it. Oh yeah, a lot of comments here. Malek saying, "How do you apply the appearance to the rest of the surfaces?" Ah, yes. On the keyboard, Control Shift and C is to copy an appearance, and then I could pick faces, and then Control Shift V to paste them like that. But how I got all of these faces? Well, I filleted these edges, and then if you have them filleted, you can actually right click and say select tangency. So it's a combination of Control Shift C, Control Shift V as a shortcut, but also modifying my topology a little bit to be able, and using my bulk selection tools to select a lot of faces at once. So yeah, that's that. Yaya is saying, what material do you use on CAD model today number 471? Let me look at it. I honestly cannot recall which one that is. Nope, 519. That's too much. 89. $73. Oh, 71. Yeah, the Mechanicus. That is actually, if I'm not mistaken, I was about to say a texture, but I think that's wrong. I actually can't recall. Let's, detour. Let's take a look. I have the model with me. 471. Where are you? Right here. Right here. Whoops. Is that carpet? I think. Hang on. Let's see. Bro, where's my tree? You guys seeing this? Oh, did I, No, this one's fine. Here, let me... Hello? Let me open that one up again. Very strange. Okay, weird bug. Ah, it's granite. That's what it is. So I applied the granite texture and just colored it blue. So that's something that's pretty neat with SolidWorks. If you find a texture here that is pretty close, like you saw I did with the blue. So what I did was I probably went to stone. So let me demonstrate with brick, for example. So let's say, hey, I like this brick, but I want blue bricks. So I can apply the brick texture, edit appearance, flip on color here, and then just pick whatever color you want, and you see it will tint that texture with that color. So that's what I did there. So I applied granite, tinted it blue. Totally unexpected. Well, I'm glad I got to show you something. You're very well experienced with SolidWorks. So it's getting harder to show Yaya anything new. So that I feel very proud of myself there. Will you or can you have live session for all surfacing tools? That's interesting. I wasn't planning on it. Like, so the way I'm interpreting that is like, will I have a session like basically going through every one of these tools? I wasn't planning on it, but you know, I think that is something I could do because there's actually even more under mold tools. Like there is a radiate surface. That's one you don't see very often. And another interesting one that no one ever heard of, mid surface. You know, a lot of special ones. I don't know when I would do something like that, but I think the easiest place to start if you're learning surfaces is, well, I mean, there's a bunch of content floating around on YouTube, but if you know, if you want something from me specifically, you know, I would definitely recommend my secret surfacing techniques. So that's this video. I'm gonna post a link to this. Copy link. So at least just to, you know, keep you sated with something there. Yeah, Yaya is saying I usually split my model into bodies according to. Usually I do too. If you haven't noticed, since all the yeah, if you haven't noticed since, you know, I've been doing the streams. But you know, I felt kind of different today, I guess. Let's see, combine. So at least I'm gonna make that like a rubber. So let's go to rubber. Like that, I can just drop it right onto the combine, just like that. Rubber the same will be for this, the whole body. So yeah, this is, you know, I separated the body just for that purpose, like that. And then I already have this as glass, which is good. So this, let's try a couple things here. Let's go to chrome and put a chrome plate on here. So there's two things I want to test. I want to see if I go to lights. Man, there's a handful of different lights. Let's go for LED, just a white LED. Grab that whole body. I am recently hired. Will help. Awesome. Oh yeah, congrats on your new job, dude. How to rotate the brick textures vertically. Yeah, let's take another mini detour. Did I? Yeah, I really did. Yeah, so what you want to do, brick, I think it was this one. Not that it matters, but if you have like a specific face, what you want to do is go to your beach ball, find your brick in this list. So for beach ball, brick, edit appearance, and the parameter you want to edit is mapping. So with mapping, if you just need like one face, like basic like this, you know, it's pretty close. I just need it to turn, right? Then you can just go to this box here and just turn that to 90 degrees like that. Sometimes it gets goofy like that. And that's because the mapping is set to projection, which means that it takes the texture and just applies it as seen from one face. So you can see that here's like the grout, it's like brown. It's just continuing that brown along that edge. It's not quite what we want, so maybe something a little bit better. I find usually best results with surface. So every surface gets its own map, but you know, sometimes it can be goofy like this. Yeah, it's definitely not perfect. Let's see if I can get like a box map or automatic. Oh, cylindrical looks weird. Spherical, I guess, could work. I just don't want the sphere to be... Can I move the sphere itself? Yeah, but this is where you want to be. It's Yeah, it's tricky, but you know, mostly I add these. Yeah, I kind of add these. I favor these textures that are like, you know, doesn't matter which way they go, and they just kind of work. Please post on Insta if you do specific. Yeah, of course, man. And you know, if you find yourself here again, you know, feel free to ask. And you know, if I have something, you know, I want to help you guys out, you know, as much as I can. So if I have something, you know, I'll find the link and post it, you know, just so you have that content with you. You know, this is looking pretty good, I would say. Let's grab a perspective view. Save. So this is our testing an emissive light texture. Let's go for the preview window. Oh yeah, Yaya's got a great point. Definitely, if you're not part of the Discord, man, I definitely recommend. All you need is a free Discord account and the link to the Discord server, which I will provide for you right now. So that's the link to the Discord right there. And if you're not part of it, you know, I'd love to see you there. Yeah, so it looks like the plastic has a bit of a blue tinge to it. Let me see if I can't fix that. Because I do like the texture, but it only comes in blue. And I'm probably going to adjust the photo view lighting such that it's darker. So let's grab this. Oh, it's got to find all those faces. My computer's working. Uh-oh, we're locked up. Alright, we'll just let it go for a second. Let me check my thing. Oh, you made it in. Great. Glad to have you. Yeah, so, you know, the nice thing about being on the Discord is like if I'm not there to help you, you know, there's other people there to help you too. Bodies are always Yep, don't have to convince me, dude. Oh, it's coming up. The thing is, I thought I could save myself a split feature. Because you have to remember, I did that whole bell shape in one revolve. So the only way to separate that into bodies is some sort of split feature, right? Gotta love SolidWorks crashing even when you're taking a mold exam. The nice thing you could do, remember, you can actually spawn multiple instances of SolidWorks, which I know sounds like a bad idea, but if one instance of SolidWorks is locked up, you know, you can actually go on the next instance of SolidWorks. You know, so here's another instance, you know, separate from this one. So this one can be doing whatever it wants. You can get on this separate instance of SolidWorks, move on to the next question, and start working. Save some time. I think that's an often glossed over tip. Although you do have to have a pretty decent machine. Like if you're running off a basic laptop with no integrated graphics, running multiple instances of SolidWorks could be a little bit suspect. Well, yeah, that is a thing you can do. I use Keyshot for rendering. Which do you prefer? I think over this, I do prefer Keyshot, I think. I just find PhotoView 360, very easy because it's just integrated, man. I don't have Visualize. I actually don't have Keyshot, and I don't really have a legitimate way of getting it. How dare you defy me? Well, I mean, that's like, that's a nice, it's funny you mentioned that because I was like kind of afraid of that, but I'm like a guy with my own opinions. I have a decent laptop with a 1050 Ti, but one time it crashed and refused to open up the exam part. Oof, that is big oof. Yeah, that really. Yeah, that's sometimes if it just completely crashes and your tester goes nuts, there's like not much to do except you email certification tester certifications at solidworks.com, and sometimes they're able to help you out. I might just leave it like this. I'm not gonna go too hard. Oh no. Well, the nice thing about PhotoView, it's separate from SolidWorks, so if I force it to quit, SolidWorks should still stay active. I just have to bring the preview window back. Yeah, it might be mine. The thing is, like, yeah, I agree that if someone just gave me the choice between a gaming GPU and a desktop and a workstation GPU like a Quadro, I'd probably pick the Quadro. I don't think they're all that necessary. I'm running a GeForce right now, actually, a 2080 Ti, and you see, I'm working pretty well with it. It's not something like if you're a student just starting out, you don't have to spend an insane amount of money. I mean, if you have the funds to spend on a laptop with a workstation GPU, probably be more stable, less prone to crashing. But definitely, if you have even a basic laptop, you can learn the stuff that I'm doing. For the most part, I would say like 95% of the stuff you can do on whatever hardware you have available to you. I want to modify the lighting. Ishan saying, I have some experience with SolidWorks, and even with the problems, I managed to work out design, but I want to learn as a whole experience so I could teach. That's very good. So I'm going to turn the background brightness down. Rendering brightness, also turn that down, but not all the way down. Yeah, I want to highlight Matthew's comment here. Yeah, I have a Quadro at work, but at home I have a GeForce. There is a registry trick to use RealView and GeForce. I've not had a problem with it. I'm using that exact same trick, Matthew. I use RealHack. So like really the only functionality you miss out on, other than like stability and stuff, is RealView. RealView only works with SolidWorks approved graphics cards, but there is a registry hack. One of them called RealHack. Another thing, you can go into the registry yourself and kind of trick SolidWorks into thinking you have an approved GPU, and I'm using that hack right now. And I'd say sometimes it crashes, like, you know, sometimes I've had SolidWorks crash when applying appearances, but it's very far in between, you know. Okay, so this looks cool, but that's not how light works. Like, so we can work on this. Yeah, I'd say so too. You know, yeah, you're saying the real view is a bit overrated. I turn it off most of the time when I'm doing like, um, especially when I'm you know, working with metals. You know, like steel, so shiny that it's like very in the way. I usually end up turning it off. But it is cool to see some of the textures sometimes. It's like, it's not really a requirement. You could still use like PhotoView 360. You just have to see the textures through this preview window. That's really the only thing. All right, so what can I do? So this is with the emissive texture. So I like where I have this right now. So let me, I know I'm like all over the place. Let me save this as a view. View name number 1. Okay. So we got that. So that's the white LED. What happens if I just crank that sucker up? So go to illumination. Luminous intensity. Why do I turn that up to 100? What does that do? There is a little bit of effect on the floor, but it's just not very much. So I think for this kind of stuff, so now what I'm going to try to do, instead of white LED, well, I'm just going to turn the illumination to 0 and turn the transparent up all the way, basically. Or almost all the way. So now you can just kind of barely see it. So in its place, I will add, not sunlight. What I probably should do, add a point light under SolidWorks light. Yeah, to go here. Bring this here. Bring this over like that. Why is this not 0? Yeah, just put it like that. So we have point light, have this color, and it's going to be on in PhotoView. Oh, that's kind of cool to see it turn on. Switch. On. That is cool. There we go. And then I could even adjust the brightness. That's what I'm talking about. So I think in terms of a flashlight, I think you need to add, you know, a spotlight or a point light in and just control that. And just for the bulb, leave that as a transparent. I can even make it cooler with fog, probably. Uh-oh. I probably should point the light away from myself. I'm blind! The light! Shine it away from me! There we go. Not bad. Yeah. I'm just reading some of the... SolidWorks needs an organic sculpting tool. That's where 3D Experience Apps comes in, says Workshop. Hey, it's good to see you again. We're playing with lighting again. What a coincidence. She blinded me with science. Indeed. Let's turn down the fog radius. And actually, I can increase the point light radius, which I think should narrow this cone a little bit. No, it's not. It's not doing that at all. Let's turn that to 0. What if I turn this to all the way up to 1? Yeah, that's way too much. It's just blasting everything away. I mean, I think that looks cool. You can even see the pattern on the floor too. So I'll probably make 3 renderings. I'll probably do one up close so you can actually see the detail of the model I slaved over. One from afar where it's off, and then one from afar where it's on, just like it is right now. So I like this view a lot. I don't know about you guys. I might move it a bit up the page like this. And just in case I want to crop it, I might bump this up to 2048. Like that. Yeah, that might take a little bit longer though. I'm so glad there's like a meet and greet going on in the chat. This makes me so happy. You guys don't understand. This is like part of the reason why I'm doing this. I want to connect people together. Because I'm only one guy, right? But together we are strong. What I was about to do. I want to save this view. Save. 2. So we can actually get back to it. So let's do a final render on this. Bring that over here. And while that's going, I can actually... Man, you guys are popping off over here. Yeah, feel free to drop your stuff in the... drop your socials in the chat, yeah. If you can't, let me know. You might have to post it in Discord and then have me post them. I know it's like some weird setting on YouTube that sometimes doesn't allow chat participants to post links. Or yeah, or since he joined, can send him directly over Discord too. That works too. So let me know if it can help. Matthew saying, more light. Make Manfred and his Earthband proud. I love it. Yeah, X-Shape, I want to... I've tried it a little bit. I need to get more experience into it. Imagine leaving your device, export an animation, and come back only to find out you forgot to bump up the edge quality. Big oof. Big oof. Turning off until the last minute. Yeah. So this is going so far so good. I can probably play Yaya's 2048 game. How's my stream doing? I'm still hitting 30 frames per second. So I think I can run a game on top of that while this goes. Here. Oh, this thing's on top. Alright, well, I'm going to have to bring this over to another window. Games. 2048. Got EXE. Alright, here. Got 2048 up. I wonder if I... Oh, God. Oh, no. I've made it... I've made it really mad. I right-clicked on it. Edit. Can I make... Oh. Font. Oh. Okay, that didn't seem to change anything. So I want to make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, I guess that doesn't affect this game. Alright, well, I'm going to play some 2048. Oh, I goofed. Did I mention that I'm just not very good at this game? Oh, and let me, actually... Put the game to full screen and zoom in. Oh. Let me just do that, because I want to show the render while it's in progress. So I think this is the way to go. In case you don't know, you can undo your last move. Good luck figuring out how. LOL. I don't need any undos. Undos are for the weak. Okay, we got two 16s. They're a bit skewed. Oh, okay, this is a bit goofy. We got 32. What now? I can get another 8 and another 16 just like that. I can get another 8 and another 16. But I need... we got two 32s. Got ourselves a 64. Look at that. And a 16. Bro, I am playing out of my... Oh, I think I messed up. Oh, yeah, I goofed. I really goofed. I was about to say I was playing out of my mind here. But now I don't think so. I don't think as much. Oh. Error, that move does nothing. Okay, of course. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, man. How about here? I think I'm going to block myself here pretty soon. I got some 16s floating around. And I have two 64s. Makes 128. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Oops. Let's go for 16, 32. Got a 128 sitting. Now I got another 32. If we can get those two 32s to touch, that'd be pretty cool. I think this is going pretty poorly now. 16. I can get a 64, but do I want to get up or down? So up. Oop. I think I'm gonna lose here in a second. Oh, we got 16. We got 32. I made myself a space. What have I told you? The biggest number you can get on this 4x4 grid is 131,072. Yikes. I don't know. I can't even imagine getting a score like that. I'm going to lose here in a sec. Yep, game over. Yep, I knew it. GG. All right, let's go again. Okay, let's keep it going. Okay, that was a bad move. Okay, we got 32. This game is actually made using only 408 lines. That what reminds me of. Here, give me a sec. One second. There is this YouTube video which is actually amazing. Alright, let me move this. Can I move this like... Alright, no cause for alarm. The render is still there. Man, I have so many windows. I wish I had more monitors. This is the only way I could get past this. But there is a YouTube video where someone coded snake game in a QR code. QR code. Maybe you've seen it before. Yeah, look, I watched it. Matt Casey. It's this one. Yeah, so this guy uses an enormous... Yeah, he uses this enormous QR code, and it loads an exe of a playable game of Snake. Yeah, I was actually thinking Code Bullet, but because that guy's channel's very good too. But it was actually this guy. So yeah, I definitely would recommend giving that a watch. Maybe you can fit your 2048 game on a QR code, and you could just show it to laptops and have it have it load your game without having to download. I think that is so fascinating. Ooh, I got a little combo going there. Yeah, honestly, I want to cover every square inch of my room with a monitor of some kind. um, 4, 8. We got 16 again. Some new 4s spawning in. I have a 16 here pretty soon. Like that. We got a 32. It makes that pixel. Yeah, it's like it's eating the image. I think the non-lighted version is going to be a lot faster. According to the preview, we have 15 more minutes. Go for the Samsung Odyssey G9. Oop, I got distracted. We got a 16. Oh, where do we want our 64? Probably right here, right? So I can make 128. I'll take a look. Yeah, though, I mean, I'm memeing around. You know, I think a quad is excessive in most cases. But I do like having the 4 because the thing is, like, when I'm working, you know, I actually have 2 computers next to me. I think I've showed them to you before. I don't want to move my camera because I might accidentally disconnect my setup, but you know, I have 2 desktops next to me. So sometimes what I do is I give 2 to my work computer and the other 2 to my regular computer, so I can do you know, administrative stuff while I work. I can check Discord and stuff like that. Play videos. It's a 32:9 monitor. That's nutty. I have a 21:9 monitor. So 32:9 monitor, that's effectively a double screen, just as one. It's like two monitors put together, it just has no bezel. It's very cool though. We got a lot of 8s here. Oh man, this is so bad. Look, 4-4. Oh my god, I actually checkerboarded myself. I'm gonna lose. Oh no. I can make 64. Oh my god, how did I get out of that? I mean, I'm probably still boned. I think I can get 32 here. You have an ultra-wide. Fancy Zone and MS Power Toys is a great utility to make custom screen zones. That's interesting. Here, let me look that up. Fancy Zones, MS Power Toys. Let me look at that. For arranging and snapping windows into efficient layouts to improve the speed of your work. Oh, that's so good. I love that. Great tip, dude. Here, let me see if I can get it into my main screen here. You're lucky, huh? I'll get you in like... I mean, he's probably going to get me here in like 5 moves or something, but we'll see. Alright, I'm going to move this to my other screen for a sec. Fancy Zone. So you can actually specify different regions of your screen to be basically effectively different monitors. That is very cool. So I could actually turn my quad display, because you know I have like a small one here and a small one here, so I wouldn't really subdivide those, but I could actually imagine myself splitting my 4K monitor down the middle and my ultra wide down the middle, so I could have an effective like 6 monitor display, which I think is pretty funny. I'll play around with that. Alright, okay, this board is not looking good. I could combine... Oh god, this is... Yeah, I'm probably going to lose in the next couple of moves here. Oh, I got a 16 and a 32. To a 64, to a... Oh, a 256! Who saw that coming? The comeback! I was going to lose, I was pretty sure. Oh my goodness! Man, I pulled that one out of my butt. I don't know how I did that. What an upset. That is easily one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. And I'm about to screw it up. Okay, we got an 8. Can bring the 4 down there, I guess. This can easily be a 16. That could be a 64. Could be a 4. Another 4. 4, 8. 4, 8, 16. And once divided my my 15.6-inch monitor for 4. YouTube plus SolidWorks plus Photo Gallery plus Chrome. Now that's efficiency. So yeah, you were using you've been using a quad monitor the whole time. You just split your one monitor into that. Okay. Man, this render's taking its sweet time. And it's getting dangerously late. Yeah, definitely however this render comes out, I'm probably not going to have too much choice in the matter. In like how if I need to change anything in the render. Probably making it quadruple size was just not smart. My eyes! It's actually not that bad. I think it was definitely different with the extra lumens you get beamed into your face. I'm throwing. I am absolutely throwing this. Oh my god, this is a crisis. Oh, why do the 8s have to be separated by this 4? You can get a 16, 32, 64, 128. Yeah. Okay, another 32. I'm doing much better in this game, but that's not saying much. I want that. Okay, I can move this 4 up here, right? Oh, man. I think that was a bad move. But I never take back my moves. All or nothing, baby. This is actually awful. I really bricked myself. Huh? Yep, this is the end. GG's. I can make... Yeah, I'm gonna have to make 16 here. Game over. GG. Made it a lot further that time. Made it a lot further. Man. Makes me want to kind of play, you know what I could play? That's my... Yeah, you... Good job, dude. You know, this... You know, even though... I really enjoy these kinds of, like, basic text games, you know. You did a really good job putting it together. And with only, like, 400 lines of code. It's pretty surprising. Let me look at something. I'm going to try something here. Need to go to my Googie Drive. So my stream's still running at 30 frames, which is good. Yeah, I cap it at 30 frames because like I think I could do 60, but you know, I want to leave some stuff from SolidWorks to leave behind to just consume. Alright, so I think I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So I will concede to your 2048. Very well put together. But let me see. Arcade ISO. If I can spell. So here we go. There's a game I used to have when I was a kid. I never imagined seeing 6 full-grown CAD designers watch the stream of another CAD designer playing retro games. Hey, you gotta... Hey, look, it's going! Let me see. Oh, I already have it. So let me mount this ISO. Mount. Let's set up. Oh my god, that is so loud! Ah! That was so loud. My ears, bro. Okay, I gotta turn this down for a second. You can put some arcade games. Yeah, I am so sorry for that. It probably didn't help that I was screaming into my microphone either. It literally was like the loudest. Okay, so this looks pretty good. You know, weird fringing going on there. But, you know, nothing I can do. So that will be number 1. That's like the premiere image, I would say. So I will render the same thing. This time, just turning the light off. So I would imagine this renders faster. So let's see. Final render. Alright, so I turned it down. Thank the Lord. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I literally didn't expect that. We all got jump scared by this freaking setup. This is not even the game. This is just to set up the game. Sure. Alright, I've turned it way down. I've betrayed you guys. I am so sorry. Online registration? I think we're good. Alright. Let's play this game. And I think now I can go here to the volume mixer. What? Why is it not appearing? Hello? Liz? I'll just turn it very quiet. Make it a little. Oop. I have so many windows. I mean, I had high quality earphones too. That funneled straight into my into my brain. I'm pretty sure. Alright, I actually forgot how to play this. Oops, I launched the help. There we go. Get a credit. Shoot, what are the controls to this game? Left arrow, right arrow, space. great, but how do I start? Oh, okay, how's the volume of the game right now? Okay, we could click off of that. So yeah, that took a lot quicker because it didn't have to generate the fog or anything like that. Okay, so let's go to, we just have one more, I would say. Or I might make the last one just a CAD one where I just go here. Now I feel, you know who's the person who should really feel the worst about is Matthew. I feel very bad about, you know, potentially waking up your baby. I'm so sorry. How about a quick animation? I think I'm gonna skip because this stream is going pretty long, and you know, looks like people are beginning to tune out a little bit, which is okay. So honestly, I think I'll leave it like that for right now. So I'm just gonna, like, when I get off stream, I'll put this on my 4K monitor. Just get a screenshot of this so you can see how the CAD and then the two renderings, and I think we'll call it a day. So yeah, again, super sorry about that. But if you're still here and you don't hate me for sound blasting you, you know, you can follow my my social medias there, my Discord there, and yeah, again, super sorry. Oh man. But anyways, if you're still here and you want to come next time, you know, want to subscribe or something like that, you know, that's cool too. Maybe it'll beat Yaya's game. Who knows? I wouldn't count on it, but I sure can try. But yeah, I think I'll catch you next time. So today's Thursday, so the next one is Saturday for CAD Model of the Day number 555. Wow, we got 555. So yeah, I appreciate all of you. Thanks, and I will see you next stream. Bye-bye.